and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we are having a look at some of the decks that didn't quite make it in the Color Challenge. Just as a reminder, the Color Challenge is an event kind of series challenge I poured over from Twitch where I try to win a constructed event where you get to 7 wins before you get to 3 losses with every color combination of decks. And a lot of decks don't quite make it. They put up a good show and they don't make it, and then you end up seeing the decks that do make it here on the channel as part of the Color Challenge. But I thought it would be fun to show you some of the decks that aren't quite there. Now, just because they don't make it and win the 7 games doesn't mean you can't have a good time playing these decks in Arena. It probably does mean that they have trouble competing with the very top tier. So, going back to some of the decks that didn't make it from Gruul, this is a pretty fun one. A Dinosaur deck, really built around Domri, the Chaos Bringer, trying to combine the Riot ability and the card drawing ability of Domri with the Dinosaur Tribe. It's a pretty interesting deck. The creature count didn't quite get high enough for Domri. A lot of that, I think, has to do with the Savage Stomps, the Commune with Dinosaurs, the Thunderherd migrations, taking up a few too many spots to keep Domri from regularly getting the -3 to go as well as you want it to. We could change that or improve it, but Domri still does some work. I don't really want to cut out my Savage Stomps. I love them very much, but you may want to try trimming some of these cards. For example, you could run Drover of the Mighty in this spot, and perhaps you would have a better threat density for Domri. We can make that change. I'm going to go ahead and try it. Why not? Changing stuff on the fly. Classic CGB. Alright, so that alone increases our threat density for Domri quite a lot. You want to be pushing 30 creatures when you Domri. And what do we have right now? 25. So yeah, it's still a bit of an issue there, but we're working on it. The other things that might need to be trimmed are Savage Stomp, but I love the card too much, and it would be good probably to run more Raptor Hatchlings and Ranging Raptors to go with that. But still, I like the deck. I'm fond of dinosaurs, always have been. As a kid, some people are trains, some people are astronauts. I was very much going to be a paleontologist someday because I loved dinosaurs. So seeing them in Magic, even if it didn't quite work out the way everybody wanted to with super competitive dinosaur decks all over the place, at least Carney T was pretty much infamous for the last year as the Golgari Killer. But anyway, let's get back to this deck. Just one of the decks that didn't quite make it through the challenge, but is still very, very fun, and I think needs to be tried. Another card you could try in the deck is Rhythm of the Wilds. I don't think you run that with Domri, or if you do, I don't think you run any removal and you just run monsters. Another way to build the deck is Sarkhan's Unsealing, which is a very fun card, and is, in my opinion, down a different road for the deck, because when I play with Sarkhan's Unsealing, I want to play with the largest of dinosaurs, that being Gigantosaurus. And Gigantosaurus and Sarkhan's Unsealing is a wombo combo, but I think that's a very different deck, and hopefully one we'll get to play in the near future. Today, I just want to show you my kind of Dino mid-range Stomp Domri deck, and see if you like it. Alright, let's go play some games. Well, this hand doesn't have a big creature, but it can get the Drover bigger. It has something to fight with the Stomp. It has a Llanowar Elf, so let's give it a go. Go. Yep. The opponent's going to start out shocking themselves and crashing through. Good on you, opponent. Good on you. Llanowar Elves. Our opponent on some Phoenix shenanigans, it seems. Or maybe they're even Gutter Snipe shenanigans. Who knows? Terramander shenanigans. All the shenanigans, but that is... You played right into my trap, opponent, and you don't even know. Nobody does this anymore. So, we Savage Stomp, targeting the Raptor Hatchling. Because it took on a 1/1 and got a counter, it also makes a 3/3. So, neat Terramander. Thank you for the beef. Enigma Drake coming down to kind of try to put us back in our place. But without question, we'll send in these two If the opponent wants to block and kill the hatchling, I get another 3/3. And instead they'll take that damage, and here will come the Ripjaw. The Ripper of Jaws, the raptor who is such a clever girl. If I can't make Jurassic Park jokes now, when can I make them? Chart a course. To Isle Nebula. And what more can we do? If there isn't another creature, our opponent's very behind in the I'm attacking you for as much as I can game. Plus we have 2 more 3/3s to send out as well. Alright. I think I'll try to start the party with the Drover of the Mighty, just so that the opponent can't do something silly like zap my Llanowar Elves during combat, so I don't have the mana post-combat. And then I will send these critters. Go get them! If the opponent wants to block the 3/3, it's fine. Make him take 6. Set up for another huge attack next turn. Alright, other Drover. That's a lot of beef. The opponent with the good game. By the way, our opponent is a go. We'll pass it back, I suppose. Don't know if they were being facetious. Don't know if they was capping me. Hey, stuff, things. Alright, let's tap you and tap you for the Alpha. The Mighty Mighty Alpha. It does appear that our opponent has enough blockers right this second. So they can block here, 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 and go to 5, and I would give up 2 of my 3/3s. I don't like it. I'm just going to instead send the Ripjaw Raptor and the Hatchling to make some more dinos. And then we'll have Carney T possibly next turn with haste. Maybe. Maybe babies. Alright, Enigma Drakes taking it for the team here. And maybe we get a dive down. But I still get to draw my card from Ripjaw Raptor, so it's fine. The opponent has to deal me 20. Let's see if they can find it. Ooh, that's a good draw. So, I definitely want to use it. The question is, do I use it with my Ripjaw Raptor or something else? I guess I could make this a 5. And that lets me go... Or we could just take out the Pteramander, that's fine. Yeah, let's just take out the Pteramander and draw a bonus card. Oh, those Ripjaw draws can be so good. And now can the opponent somehow do the most magnificent Drake turn of all? Lava Coil discarded. Well, they must have something going on. I think you'd want that Lava Coil. Obviously, it may not be enough, but if that's what you're discarding, your other spells must do some amazing work. But the opponent's just trying to, I think, pop me in the face as hard as they can. What you got? Oh, did they do it? Oh, that's so close. That is so close. Nice try. Thud in the Drake deck. Almost got there. We don't have a red source yet, but we have a lot of ways to get one. And we have Drover and Commune, so I'll try this hand. Maybe a lot of ways to get one is a bit strong. There's no guarantees, of course, that Commune can do that. I'll take the Alpha, though. We're still going to have to hope our Drover lives or draw a red source off the top. But we know that there aren't... that 4 cards on the bottom of the library are not that red source, and there we go. Do we still lead on Drover, though? Yeah, because Drover can be a 3/3 next turn, and if our opponent's playing some kind of a Watery Grave deck, we are usually the beatdown against those types of decks. So, let's see what happens. Our opponent is Minnow, 91. We will say hello to Minnow, the 91. And it looks like Esper Hero. Okay. That could be entertaining. Ooh, off the top. Ripjaw Raptor. Let's get cooking. Our opponent may be able to make 1/1s. I intend to make much beef. They take 2 for a Deputy of Detention. Alright. Well, that can pick on the Ripjaw. The opponent knows about the Regisaur Alpha, and here it comes. Roar! Down to 15. What else can your deck do? Our opponent's missing the mana for Basilica Bellhaunt, which is often played by these decks. Wow, nice timing on that Thought Erasure for sure. To think we might have almost Carney T'd our opponent too. Ugh. Hurts my soul. Wow. Just wow. So first of all, we'll drop a Drover because that buffs, and then we'll drop a Galta. Can I get a nice? Anyway, everybody in. Let's be very aggressive. And that's game. This hand is not keepable. But this hand is. We can try this. Do I want a dinosaur? Yes, I want a dinosaur. Assuming our mana creatures live. If they don't, this isn't going to be much of a game, but that's the risk you take when you rely on mana creatures. We could also just draw land off the top like a champ. Dear Lord. Our opponent is Necropotence 84. My sister and I probably battled with this person on the old school scene back in the Necro days. It was all the rage once upon a time. And okay, we draw that. I could run out the Drover. It would possibly die as well, but I think I will. It's got the highest upside, which is draw land, play Ripjaw, or draw land, play Domri. Alright. Now our opponent has hit us with the double hello as they fungally infect us intensely. So now we have to find our land. Yeah, we can get a stomping ground here. And hopefully next turn we will once again be in the please draw land camp with all these 4-drops. And our opponent is also a little stuck. It should be said, do they have another fungal infection? Or another way to kill this Drover? They have a freebooter. This will not save you. Things are about to get real. And perhaps our opponent still lives in the Necropotence days of old, as so far they've shown us a mono black deck with a little bit of removal and a Kitesail freebooter. This is a tough choice because if they take anything but the Savage Stomp, I can Savage Stomp their freebooter and get it back anyway. But that means they have to let things like Domri and Ripjaw hang out in my hand. Alright, land off the top. Let's go with Ripjaw, pumping Drover, getting in there for 3. And see if the opponent's prepared to kill that Ripjaw Raptor. They found land number 3. Oh, it's murder time. Alright. And the beats continue, little by little, bit by bit. First I'm going to see what I can find with Commune with Dinosaurs. Alright. Regisaur Alpha is pretty darn good. Then I'm going to play the Domri. And I will plus. I'll plus the Domri because I really want it to be around. I really want Domri to be around next turn. If I minus it, it can get attacked down. Ooh, green. Well, there is something else in this deck, and we're about to see if it can shift into a higher gear. Ignoring Domri is hella risky, but the opponent's taking that route. Maybe they have a Vraska's Contempt, since they did just draw land number 4. That would be super ideal. What are we doing? They're still checking out Domri. I guess trying to anticipate what's about to happen to them. And here is a Sapherd, so a little bit of Saproling action. Hello. All right. So the play has to be to riot up a Regisaur Alpha.
Be up before the real fun begins.
And let's get a +1/+1 counter on our Alpha, or do we want haste? Let's see. That sends in 7 points this turn, 10 points total. Then the opponent can untap and counterattack me pretty well. I don't think I want to send everything, so I'm going to go with the +1/+1 counter here. So we still need some blocks. We're sort of on the defense. We can have a hasty Galta next turn. A hasty 13/13 Galta, it might be said. So maybe I shouldn't take too much risk. How much pressure would it put on the opponent to get a little more damage in this turn? I guess what I would love is for the opponent to block and trade, so maybe I'm supposed to send my Drover. But no, I think I'll send my 3/3 Trampler just to have a little more damage in. How risky is that? Let's see, Tendershoot Dryad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I take 1, 2, 3. Actually, it's lethal, so no attacks. Our opponent, if they hit land Tendershoot Dryad, we need to survive. They hit land. Hold on to your butts. And I use that all the time, but actual Jurassic Park reference here. Oh god. Oh god. I suppose the Sap Herd doesn't get pumped, so it wouldn't have totally been lethal, but here they come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we still have to make another block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we still have to make another block. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay, because 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can still play Hasty Galta. Our opponent's going to get another 3/3. They're going to... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I have to survive this turn, then we'll figure out if I can win the game. So this will have haste regardless. I can give this haste with the Domri, but I'm just as well off putting a +1/+1 counter on the Galta. So can the opponent live? They can absorb, they can block here, and then they can absorb 3. So that's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, it's not lethal. But I threaten lethal, and I can play a Llanowar Elf to have a blocker on the way back, and then I'm not dead. So, here we go. +1/+1 counter. Rah, rah, rah. Opponent will have to block with the Tendershoot to stay alive, or they can go to 1. Oh, they can go to 1. Crap. Well, I don't think there was anything else I can do. Just try to scare the opponent. Close game. But yeah, if they keep the Tendershoot, they should be able to win. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I could have done there. And the opponent's going to have exactly lethal coming back. I guess I could have held back this 3/3, then what? Well, the opponent wouldn't have had to block with the other 3/3, so I still would have died. And they have a Vraska to get the job done. They didn't need it, but, you know, flexing. Congratulations, Necropotence. Making the Saprolings work. Well, this is all expensive cards and no ways to cast them, so we have to mulligan it. And this is a slow hand with a tap land, but it at least has some early play. So we'll give it a try. Man, it's so tough because I don't know if this is a good card or not for the situation. I'm going to hang on to it. Removal spells. They're few and far between in the deck. It's really just the Savage Stomp, so bottoming it can be a big mistake. And our opponent opens on the Guild Gate. Let's commune with Dinosaurs, see what we find. Wow. We were going to draw 5 lands in a row there. And I wouldn't have been upset about that. It's kind of amazing to see what the shuffler does sometimes. Just, wow. Alright, so we can launch a commune. Get another land, I think, just to make sure that we curve out from here. Oh, our opponent is Red Demon Fox. They think that's nice. I'll give them a hello, and we'll throw down our hatchling. I'm really sorry. Something's wrong with my throat. Gonna go clean it up. Maybe the editor will remove it. Man, what is up with my throat? Okay. Our opponent played an Ajani's Pridemate. Yay. All black-white lands and an Ajani's Pridemate. So we could stomp it and turn this into a 3/3. I think I like that, but we can do it in kind of a cool way. Domri's mana can be used for anything, not just creatures.
Be up before the real fun begins.
So we'll make green, and we'll stomp it. Ta-da! Leonina Walida. I want my stomp back. Give me back my stomp. Okay. Let's go with...
Power can go a long way.
So, +1/+1 counter or haste. I'll take the counter to be bigger than the War Leader. We'll start getting all of the dinos. Perhaps ultimating Domri is possible for this game. We'll see. There's another Pridemate. And a Bloodletter. That's going to make it a lot harder to ultimate a Domri. A little bit of evasion can go a long way. Our opponent rocking the precon deck to its max potential. So do I want to minus Domri then? It's tempting. I mean, I'm almost definitely playing this Regisaur, though, this turn. Maybe next turn's when I want to minus it. The thing is, this doesn't gain too much from Domri, just a +1/+1 counter. Because it has haste already. I actually think I like minus here.
Maybe I'll hang on to these.
Hello.
If that's all right with you.
Let's get going, I guess. The opponent's impressed. Roar. So, now what? Facing the 12/12. Anybody attacking? War Leader. Bloodletter. So, do they have some kind of combat trick? Maybe, but I don't think it matters very much. I think I'm still going to block the way I block. Because Regisaur Alpha is pretty replaceable. There's also the question of how they use it. If they have Moment of Triumph, the Bloodletter can kill the Domri, or the War Leader can stay alive. And here I am in the car by myself, talking to myself. That's the essence of chaos theory. Just me being here, talking to myself, pulling more lines from Jurassic Park out of my butt. All right, Domri.
Little power can go a long way.
Let's power up the alpha. It already has haste because of the other alpha, so we'll put a +1/+1 counter on it for sure. And does our opponent have Settle the Wreckage? What do you think, chat? Oh wait, this isn't chat, this is YouTube. You can't tell me. I guess you can put it in comments. Do they have the Settle? Well, Galta's going in. Is anybody else going in? Nah. I'll just send the Galta. I don't need to have lethal this turn. Mortify, okay? They have a Mortify. And they have a Visitation. Well, now the Settle Shields are way down. So we can crush.
spew it like a child.
Domri's so rude. So this is kind of a neat trick. You can add a mana.
Whatever happens next, it's gonna hurt you.
Then you can play other Domri. And then you can minus it.
You call it anarchy.
Oh, you have to do this with full control. I forgot to turn full control on.
Nice. Very nice indeed.
But yeah, you could have used the mana for Riot if you used it on a creature, which is why you might want full control in this situation, so that we could wait till we had a creature to use it on. But, I'll take the pair of Carnage Tyrants. And that's going to be the game. Adorable twinsies in the hand there at the end. They're moving in herds. They do move in herds. This hand has Drover into Domri or a Raptor Hatchling Savage Stomp combo, so I'll hang on to it. We'll give it a shot. Our opponent opens with the Mountain. The evil Mountain. Ranging Raptors. I don't know if I've even played this card today. Red-blue going on. What do you think? I feel like if I play the Drover, it will die. I think it would be much harder to deal with if I had a dinosaur on the battlefield. So, with that in mind, I'm going to go for the Hatchling. Jeskai control, perhaps? Interesting. Let's send in the Hatchling. He shoots, he scores. Let's try out a ranging Raptor here. A little counterspell bait that's not that good, so it's not really what the opponent wants to be countering. And then it's also two cards where if the opponent Deafening Clarions, we get a 3/3 and we get a land. Let's send him in. Well, that went well. So I feel like playing the Ripjaw Raptor will get it killed. There's nothing to Savage Stomp. I feel like playing Domri Chaosbringer will get it countered. So with all that in mind, let's try out a Drover of the Mighty. That resolves. Alright. We'll play the tap land just so we don't have to shock in the future. This is where you need Carnage Tyrant to show up. Cleansing Nova will take out the board, but we get to follow up with Domri, so that's good. It's too bad Domri, unlike the his kind of counterpart card, the Rhythm of the Wilds, doesn't make your creature uncounterable. But because our opponent, it does find Carnage Tyrants. So I could also get the Drover. I could also, though, have a Llanowar Elf on the battlefield. Do I need that for anything? I think the Drover is just more power, more toughness, so that's what makes it the right play. We'll see if I regret that later. The opponent will pass it over. Alright. Domri, make me a Hasty Tyrant.
Oh, you're gonna hurt when this is through.
And we'll see if my opponent also sports Settle the Wreckage to go with Cleansing Nova. Revitalize. Nope, not yet. Karn. Sure.
I battle with a good choice.
Let's have a look. 2 blue and 2 red. Usually the opponent always looking for more blue, so I will give the Mountain. As there's often some double blue cards like Absorb lurking around, and in this specific case, they could have been trying to hold up a counter. So let's lean into the board a little bit more.
My muscles may be small, but watch out when I flex them.
Let's try out a Ripjaw Raptor with haste. Resolves. Alright. You can kill the Karn. Actually, maybe I'm just supposed to face here. That leaves the opponent at 4, which means another Hasty Ripjaw is lethal even if they sweep the board. Yeah, I think we haste. And since they might sweep the board, do I want to play the Drover? They know about it. I may as well. The counter shields are down, but I like having the Hasty Ripjaw in my back pocket. Negate and search for Iskanta. Well, I would have given the search for Iskanta because it doesn't help this turn, but I was going to check and see how many cards were in the graveyard, but that's going to do it. Opponent's going to scoop them up. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay with Gruul Midrange Dinos. There's a lot of ways to build dinos, from the Polyraptor combo to Sarkhan's Unsealing. Maybe we'll explore some of those others before the format changes. I love dinosaurs, I love Jurassic Park, and I love Magic. So between Jurassic Park quotes, dinosaur creature types, and some Magic the Gathering, it's one of my favorite types of videos to make. So, thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. And remember, life finds a way. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment. You can also support the channel on Patreon for special perks. Links are in the description. Our sponsors are HauntedFlower.com and FlipsideGaming.com. Haunted Flower sells officially licensed MTG apparel and accessories, and Flipside Gaming sells MTG cards and supplies. You can save 10% on either site with the promo code CGB, and it supports the channel at the same time. See you next time for another day in the arena. For now, it's me, it's CGB, signing out.